Michelle has been getting a lot of backlash for her message to men. Sound like it was specifically to black men to me, but it was to men. So Kamala Harris said, she put it, I'm getting this video right from Kamala Harris, and she titled this "Like That for a Reason," delivers a message to men. So if you guys know on this thumbnail, I put that Michelle Obama is AKA, she's in the same gang as Kamala Harris, same game as Fannie Willis. This gang is gaining notoriety in the streets of knowing to of doing the things that the heads or their generals need them to do. Now, if you got common sense, you kind of understand that. But I'm gonna go over what Michelle is going over. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, push me on the algorithm. I greatly appreciate that. I'm gonna give my commentary, but I'm gonna break this down. Check it out.
Let me take a minute to help folks, especially the men in our lives, to get a better sense of what could happen if we keep dismantling parts of our reproductive care system piece by piece, as Trump intends to do. I want folks to understand the chilling effect, not just on critical abortion care, but on the entirety of women's health, all of it. There are good reasons why so many women and physicians are horrified by what's happened since Donald Trump's justices overturned Roe v. Wade. We're seeing women scrambling across state lines to get the care they need. Just this week, a major medical journal reported that after Roe was overturned, infant mortality in this country rose, in large part because women are being forced to carry fetuses that won't survive to term. One woman spent 22 days in jail on murder charges after she miscarried in her own bathroom. We are seeing doctors unsure if they can treat ectopic pregnancies. Doctors being told they can't treat a woman until she becomes so close to death that only a life of the mother exception will allow them to act. So just imagine the profound effects for all of us if Donald Trump wins this election. In states that are already putting abortion bans into effect, his FDA could further outlaw patchwork systems of telehealth appointments and mail order pills, thereby eliminating the last remaining protections for women in those states. He could take actions that effectively ban abortion nationwide, which would put all of us in danger, no matter what state we live in. We will see more doctors hesitating or shying away from providing life-saving treatments because they are worried about being arrested. More medical students reconsidering even pursuing women's health at all. More OB/GYN clinics without enough doctors to meet demand closing their doors, leaving untold numbers of women in communities throughout this country without a place to go for basic gynecological care, which in turn will leave millions of us at risk of undiagnosed medical issues like cervical and uterine cancers. This is real. So do you think Donald Trump is thinking about the consequences for the millions of women who will be living in medical deserts? Does anyone think he has the emotional maturity and foresight to come up with a plan to protect us? Y'all, we are teetering on the edge. Even before these state bans, America was already lagging behind every other wealthy nation on measures like maternal mortality and paid leave. So we could be right back to the days before Roe, which many young people here don't even remember. The days when abortion wasn't as safe as it is today. The days when the number of mothers of color dying in childbirth was 30 to 40% higher than when it was under Roe. So to the men who love us, let me just try to paint a picture of what it will.
This is when she goes to try to break up families and try to dictate who makes decisions in certain families' households. How can you sit on national TV and speak like this? What other nation can you speak to and just try to make a divide in a family? Check this out.
Feel like if America, the wealthiest nation on earth, keeps revoking basic care from its women, and how it will affect every single woman in your life. Your girlfriend could be the one in legal jeopardy if she needs a pill from out of state or overseas, or if she has to travel across state lines because the local clinic closed up. Your wife or mother could be the ones at higher risk of dying from undiagnosed cervical cancer because they have no access to regular.
How do other countries do it? Like, we got to understand, do we have to reinvent the wheel, or is it countries that's doing this successfully and there's no issues? It just seems like a marketing ploy to me.
Gynecological care. Your daughter could be the one too terrified to call the doctor
Fear.
if she's bleeding during an unexpected pregnancy. Your niece could be the one miscarrying in her bathtub after the hospital turned her away. And this will not just affect women, it will affect you and your sons. The devastating consequences of teen pregnancy won't just be borne by young girls, but also by the young men who are the fathers. They too will have their dreams of going to college. Their entire future is totally upended by an unwanted pregnancy. If you and your partner are expecting a child, you will be right by her side at the checkups, terrified if her blood pressure is too high, or if there's an issue with the placenta, or if the ultrasound shows that the embryo was implanted in the wrong place, and the doctors aren't sure that they can intervene to keep the woman you love safe. If your wife is shivering and bleeding on the operating room table during a routine delivery gone bad, her pressure.
And this is like you got a better chance of probably hitting the lottery than this stuff happening. Really, this is what we talking about right now. And they're using this fear tactic to just push this so bad.
Pressure dropping as she loses more and more blood, or some unforeseen infection spreads and her doctors aren't sure if they can act, you will be the one praying that it's not too late. You will be the one pleading for somebody, anybody, to do something. And then there is the tragic but very real possibility that in the worst case scenario, you just might be the one holding flowers at the funeral. You might be the one left to raise.
Do y'all see this fear tactic?
Your children alone. See, these are just some of the ways women die during childbirth. And I don't want to be a downer, y'all.
Really? You being a downer. You definitely being a downer.
In many cases, there is no warning and things go bad very quickly. And when it happens, every second of hesitation or delay can lead to devastating outcomes. So I am asking y'all from the core of my being to take our lives seriously. Please do not put our lives in the hands of politicians, mostly men, who have no clue or do not care about what we as women are going through, who don't fully grasp the broad-reaching health implications that their misguided policies will have on our health outcomes. The only people who have standing to make these decisions are women with the advice of their doctors. We are the ones with the knowledge and experience to know what we need. So please do not hand our fates over to the likes of Trump, who knows nothing about us, who has shown deep contempt for us.
Sound like,
because a vote for him is a vote against us. against our health, against our worth.
Now she go on to say, if your husband you gotta, don't even listen to him and just do what's best for us. So, man, I mean, let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. We already know Michelle Obama is sticking up for her sister, her sorority sister. And we're going to see how this push the people, because it's all about we the people, man. I appreciate y'all. Catch y'all in the next video. Peace and love. Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.